Now, Tyson Fury's dad, John Fury, made the headlines yesterday after headbutting a member of Team Usyk ahead of a huge fight this weekend for no apparent reason. I mean, he said in the interview, he got in my space, but you can see he just launches for this little fellow and smashes him in the head. After the chaos, John Fury spoke to pro boxing fans, their YouTube channel, and called out, bizarrely, Tony Bellew.
Let's be respectful to one another. All I can say, you say. What do you think we're going to stand there with our fingers in our mouth, not doing nothing? I'm full of testosterone, man. I'm ready to go 24 hours a day from my boot to the top of my head. That's what I want to do. I want to get in and stuck in. Whip, 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 whip.
They're saying that maybe Tyson not good with small movers. Do you agree with that narrative? Something that Tony Bellew said in it?
You see Tony Bellew, he'll get an headbutt like he's just got if he comes round me.
Very bizarre. Let's get the thoughts of the man himself, our friend, the wonderful Tony Bellew. Hello, Tony.
Hello, lads, and hello to Gachi, man, listening to us now. I don't know why my name's being mentioned there. And listen, mate, no one's going to headbutt me, full stop. But I don't know why my name's being mentioned there. What was the question he got asked, or what did he say?
I think he was asking him questions about how the fight will go, and then he was saying that you said it will go a certain way.
Yeah, I've made my predictions. That's what I'm paid to do. I'm a paid analyst, live on the zone. And I'll make whatever prediction I want. I don't fear no man, mate, and no man's going to put it on me. You understand this, for every action, there's a reaction. And, you know, it was very bizarre watching that yesterday, to be honest, because there's one guy going head-to-head with him who's the same size as him, and he's rubbing his head back. He didn't feel the need to headbutt him, but he felt the need to headbutt the smallest child in the whole group, which I found quite disturbing, to be honest. But listen, that's leave him to do what he wants to do. One thing I will say is his son, Shane, his other sons, absolute diamonds, gentlemen, carry themselves like proper men, mates. They really do. And they're the lads who the family should be proud of, because they're really good lads, mate. And listen, I like Tyson Fury as well. He might not like me, but I like him. And may the best man win on Saturday night, to be honest.
Just a quick one, Tone, before we move on from that. Do you think it's a good thing for boxing?
No, it's not. It's embarrassing. If my father behaved like that at a press conference, I would put him straight and tell him. It's embarrassing, and it can't be happening, mate. It's a really bad look for boxing. I'm actually surprised it's been allowed to go on and happen in a place where they're at, to be honest. But it is what it is, mate. He's a walking, talking liability. And understand, mate, not everyone's going to put up with that.
Listen, that tells me that you're incredibly frustrated and maybe upset about...
I've never swore on your show before, so I'm really apologetic. I'm sorry, but it infuriates me to drag our sport to the places that it gets to. Now, I've done some silly things at weigh-ins, at press conferences. That's because I've been attacked. I have never been the one who attacks first. You come at me and attack me in any way, shape or form, believe you me, I will take drastic action of my own. And that's just the way it goes. And I'm not some big hard case, by the way. I'm just a normal fella who lives a normal, everyday life. No one's ever going to put it on me and get away with it.
Normal fella?
Yeah, and a former champion as well.
Yeah, I am, mate, honest to God.
Are you going out there at all, Tone?
No, mate, I'm not there. I'm at home. People are going to laugh when they listen to this, but I've got to get home safe to my wife and kids, haven't I, mate? So,
no, that's fine. That's fine. The reason I asked that is he said if you go out there and he sees you, he'll headbutt you. So the next time that you see each other, you know, there's going to be tension, right? What will happen?
Andy, no one's going to put me, mate. No one's going to do anything to me. And like I said, for every action, there's a reaction. So I don't need to call out John Fury, mate. I've achieved more within 60 seconds of my boxing career than John Fury's ever achieved in his life. He could not even be spoken about in the same breath as me. Now, I never big myself up, ever. But when it comes and competes and compares to the likes of John Fury, listen, mate, just because something shot out of your nuts and became one of the greatest heavyweights in this world, it does not mean you can validate your opinion on every other fighter possible. You have not got the first clue or idea what it's like to be a championship-minded fighter. You got your ass absolutely handed to you off Henry Akin one day. Now, get a grip of yourself. Now, I'm trying to be as nice and respectful as I can, but he just needs to keep my name out of his mouth, because it's got absolutely nothing. I don't fear any man whatsoever. And I include him in that. Like I said before, I've got all the respect in the world for his sons. I think they're lovely lads. I had a good chat with them at the unveiling of Usyk and the Fury, the first press conference. I didn't see him there, but understand me, mate, he's not going to do nothing. No one's going to do anything to me. I've got 2 arms and 2 legs like everyone else, and it won't happen. I won't have it. Simple.
Can I don't want to stir the pot anymore. I mean, it's stirred enough, but I'm curious. You know him, I don't. I know he's sometimes quite abrupt when he
John
talks.
or Tyson?
John, yeah, John.
I've met him. I've come across him a few times,
Okay.
and I've always found him pleasant when I've come across him.
What I was going to ask, I mean, I've seen him quite abrupt sometimes, and maybe quite rude, and maybe in your face with a few people. I've never seen him behave like this. What do you put that down to, or is that just John Fury?
No, he's nervous, mate. He's nervous and he's very anxious. I couldn't possibly fathom what he's going through because my children are not fighters. My children can all throw a punch, but if I see my children in a fight, I will be extremely nervous, and I don't want to say it, but I probably do some silly things myself, but I wouldn't put myself in that position. So, he knows what the game is, and you can't be claiming we're fighting men. Listen, mate, everyone who's inside of a boxing ring is a fighting man. You're not the only one, believe you me, and you won't be the first and you won't be the last. But I do sympathise with him at times. I didn't sympathise with him yesterday because I think it was a bully boy tactic what he done, and I think it was bang out of order. The first fella goes head to head with you. Why didn't you pull your head back and throw your nugget right into his nose? I mean, it was kind of embarrassing that you've buttered the smallest child on a big squad and you've came out worse off. I mean. It was pretty embarrassing, to be honest. It really was, but it is what it is. Like I said, I've dealt with the Furies over the years. I've known Tyson. I've sparred with Tyson many years ago. I've met his uncle Peter, who's one of the most honourable gentlemen you'll ever meet. Peter Fury is a brilliant, lovely fella. I've met his brother Shane and his other brothers, and I've found them all as proper honourable gentlemen. When I've met John in person, I've found John as an honourable gentleman. I was sparring at their gym with Eddie Chambers for many years when I first went up to cruiserweight. Eddie Chambers, another great fella. So all of these people I know and I've come across. So I've got no reason to badmouth anyone. I'm simply making a prediction of I think Alexander Usyk will win.
Okay.
Now, what's your big problem with that? I don't know, but it is what it is. I don't really care much. That's my opinion. It's what I'm paid to give, and it's to be. If I'm being brutally honest, I know I've forgot more than he actually knows about boxing. Like I could write down everything he knows about boxing on the back of a first-class stamp and still have room for the Lord's Prayer.
Tony, just before we move on, if you are going to be in a room with him and you need backup, let me know. I'll be there. I'll be your wingman, all right?
Andy, I much appreciate that. As much as a black man cuny as you are, I really appreciate that, mate.
We're Team Bellew.
But I don't need anyone.
Okay,
and I
good.
Don't fear anyone, mate. Unless he learns massive amounts of jiu-jitsu and wrestling tomorrow, then I have no fears whatsoever. Because unless someone knows them couple of disciplines, I'm in trouble. If you don't know them disciplines, then guess what, mate? It's fair game, and I couldn't give a crap.
Well said then. Well, listen, Tone, on to the actual fight itself. Listen, how big is this fight? And do you see it as one of the biggest fights we've seen, certainly in the heavyweight division, in a long time?
It will be one of the biggest fights in the heavyweight division in the last 20 years, I would say. Since Lennox Lewis captured all the belts and unified and got all the undisputed belts on the line against Evander Holyfield, this is the one, mate. It really is. It's huge. It's astronomical. And may the best man win. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. The most important thing about Saturday night is we get adequate and accountable judges around that ring. Because the right man deserves to be victorious.
Okay.
Whoever that is, he just deserves, the right man's hand deserves to be, because there's nothing worse than we need for our sport than to have the wrong man's hand raised. We need the right man to have his hand raised. Maybe I'll show that. That for me is vital.
Tony, I'm going to ask you one football question in one set, but before I do, just to put a line under boxing, not who do you think will win, who do you want to win?
I think Alexander Usyk's going to win by unanimous.
Who do you want to win?
I want the best man who deserves to win to win. The best fighter will win. Hopefully, that's why I'm calling for adequate judging and accountable judging. Right. So whoever, I don't. It's unfair to me. I know Alexander, and I think what a diamond of a fella, lovely guy. I also like Tyson Fury, mate. He's a lovely fella. He's a sound fella. We've had meetings. We've sat down and done things together. I like Tyson Fury. People have got this thing because I pick against him. I think Anthony Joshua will beat him. And I think Alexander, I don't like him. I think the world, he's a lovely family man. He's got a lovely family and he's a diamond. But I hope the best man wins on Saturday night.
So before I let you go, I love speaking to you. Before I let you go, just a quick word about tonight's game. We've been taking calls from Spurs fans and asking the question, do they want their side to lose tonight? Because, of
pathetic
course...
if they do. Absolutely.
Okay, well, here's my question. If it was the other way around and Everton were playing, and if Everton won, it meant that Liverpool would have a chance of winning the Premier League title, would you want that?
Bad signal here, you know, lads. The signal's getting really dodgy. Yeah, the signal's gone bad again.
That's a shame.
Usually happens at this time. Say that again, Goldstein. I couldn't quite hear that.
I'll spare you that one, Tony. Listen, thank you for coming on. And remember, we've got your back. If you need backup, we're there for you. Well, Benty will be there. I'll probably be late.
I need no backup, mate. I'm a man with 2 arms, 2 legs. Anyone comes at me, I've got the same tools as them. It's only when they try and take me legs I don't fancy it, to be honest, mate. But, boys, all the best. Have a great day. And up the toffees. That's what it's all about. That's all that matters. Up the toffees. And may the best man win Saturday night.
Thanks, Tony.
Boys.
See you soon.
Cheers, Tone.
There you go, the legend. He's a legend. Tony Bellew, we love him.
100%.
I'd love to be that tough to just say whatever I want to people. Come on,
have you ever met Tony before?
I don't think I have.
Yes, I've met him a fair few times. So I've met him at the start.
Is he tall?
Yeah, he's big.
Is he?
I met him at the start of his journey. I'm talking about when his early fights. I mean, I bumped into him a fair few times, but he's a
superstar.
Yeah,
we love him. He's brilliant.